Hi and welcome to our new series. Join us, follow, come and find out a lot about the common questions that intended parents will ask. We're trying to have a good spot where you can go and find out all the answers before you have to set up a consult. Hi, the first question in the series is going to be, is consult free? Yes, consults are free. I do set up a time to talk to people who we are interested in having join the program, but consults are not guaranteed. I can't possibly keep up to the amount of applications that come through the door, and we only accept 20 intended parents at one time, and this is really subject to what we're sort of looking for in the program. We don't want it to be too tipped one way in terms of, say, all gay couples or all hetero couples. We're trying to give a good array of mix of opportunities for surrogates to look for someone they are looking specifically for, because sometimes they are looking for something. The second question in our series is going to be, how do we match? That is a very broad question, but I can give some simple, quick, and easy answers to how our program works for matching. Once an intended parent has been screened and they come in, we get their profile, we build it, we put it within the database, and when surrogates flow through the program, we actually will allow them to read every single profile in our database. They will then choose 3 that they really gravitate towards, and then we send sort of a heads up 1 week notice to those 3 intended parents. We let them know somebody's interested in them, and then we will send a week later the surrogate's profile. And then they have the email on her profile to be able to actually reach out to her. This process has been fine-tuned over the many years I've been doing this, and it works very well to allow for a natural, organic choice on both sides. So that is essentially how it works. Eventually she does video chats, talks to all 3 couples, and then we'll make a choice. This question is going to be about fee structure in terms of what you pay to an agency. I can't speak for everybody because I'm sure every agency does it differently. What I can say is this is how ours works. There is an initial fee that is non-refundable. It is $4,000 plus tax, HST. And essentially this is for us to do our job. This is for our support staff. This is to help put in the time to create you a really amazing profile, to go through screening. Several conversations are always going to happen. And then ultimately, this is for the opportunity to go on our database where we specifically have surrogates looking at your profile. This is something people keep, asking about because some agencies don't charge an initial fee. Well, we actually put a lot of work into this. So it's really important we're actually compensated for the time. Otherwise, what am I doing over here? So this is what you pay in the beginning, and then the rest of the program fee does not come due until your surrogate is fully screened medically and has been given thumbs up by your fertility doctor. So hopefully that helps explain things a bit. Hi everybody, today's question is about the expenses of surrogacy. Well, this is a very loaded question because it is very subjective depending on a million different things. I can give you a general overview. For surrogacy, the additional fees will be your clinic fees, if you've created embryos or not, your lawyer's fees, counseling fees, and your agency program fees if you go through an agency. Your surrogate expense fees, generally it was between $2,000 and $3,500 a month for a cap amount. What we are really looking at now is probably increasing that to $2,500 a minimum because of the cost of living. groceries, everything has gone up. Expenses to buy anything, maternity clothes, everything has quite increased over the last few years. And so we have actually decided that $2,500 a month is our sort of standard minimum in a contract. It can increase to $3,500. We haven't really seen a contract over that, depending on what she requires. Meaning her job, lost wages. Does she have 4 little kids versus teenagers who take care of themselves? Does she live in a remote area where she has to do a lot of travel? So it's pretty subjective, that answer, but that gives you a general idea of what kind of things are going to cost. Today's question is about why using an agency, the benefits of using an agency versus going independent. When I first started, I wanted an agency. Why? I want to feel protected. I want to know that that I have a voice, I guess, and that someone is actually advocating, giving me the whole rundown, you know. Oh, by the way, did you have to stick your butt with progesterone needles? Did you know that? Oh, and by the way, this is how expenses worked. For me, the program I built was what I, as a surrogate, ideally was looking for and didn't get in my first journey. And that was really personal support and project managing. So someone to actually kind of hold my hand if I needed it, project manage, and make sure that everything was going really well and efficiently along the way. We were sort of left to our own accord to kind of handle everything, and that is why I started a program to kind of make it better in the industry. That is actually one of the biggest assets to having an agency. They've got your back. With us, you have my cell phone number and a ton of personal support along the way. We are discussing what supports we provide after a surrogate's pregnant. It definitely does seem like we are much more involved pre everything happening, finding the surrogate match, going through all the process. But once she's pregnant, what do? Really, I tell people our job isn't to play monkey in the middle. Our job is to provide support so that intended parents don't have to take the brunt of everything. We are here. I have been a surrogate before. We have a great WhatsApp support group with all the surrogates to bounce stuff off of and really give love and support through communication. We have a ton of resources along the way that we provide both surrogate and intended parents for whatever they need to prepare for with baby and or postnatal condition. How do I get my body back into shape? How do I prepare for what I feel like after I give birth to this baby that's not mine? We always check in, prepare legals for parentage. We do a birth letter for the social work team at the hospital. So there's a lot of things along the way. The support doesn't have a specific outline. It's whatever you need. If the surrogate is in the hospital and she needs extra support, we're here to provide it. So just ask. We aren't mind readers, and we definitely need to know what it is that you need along the way.